It's showtime.
Good morning. Was that a hand I just saw behind me? Shut up is back. Donnie is in the building.
Go Tigers.
Oh, I knew he'd have to say something. All right, it's raining outside, 100% rain today. We'll talk more about that. There's really nothing more to say about the weather. I'm done. It's all yours, Jamie.
You're more accurate than the weather people on the other channel.
Now, good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM, the #1 rated program on Highway 72, right next door to ZYP. Amy down home cooking, firing up something today. But first, we have a very special guest. Sorry, Amy, not you this morning. John Godbey, the chief photographer with the Decatur Daily since 1902, is in the studio this morning on the end next to Mr. Reggie Jackson. And
He
shut
trumps
up.
us all. He trumps
John
us all.
walked in without his camera. I thought you never went anywhere without that camera.
He did.
I do have a camera all the time.
You do. Well, you walked in without it, and you walk into a TV studio, and you got it on your side. Congratulations on retirement tomorrow.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Wish I could.
A fellow Madison Countian from
Jealous.
Butler High School. So anyway, over that way. We're going to talk a lot about around 6:30 this morning, exclusive interview with John about some of the photographs he's taken and a lot of stuff that he's done. But first, also, we're giving away a vehicle today.
Oh,
Yes.
Is that a 50
Yes,
or
always
52?
What color?
50. A 1950 red GMC truck parked outside this morning to the 100,011th texter.
I'm in. What
Oh,
number?
what number?
It's parked, there it is right there,
Yes.
ready to be given away right next to the Hummer. Gets extremely good gas mileage.
We're not really giving
And
it away.
if Joseph gets an opportunity, he will feature. There's raining a little bit outside. But first, let's go back to Amy. What are you cooking today?
Sweet and sour chicken and white rice.
You better make it go a long way in here because there's a lot of people hungry this morning. So I started to go by Kate Mays, want to pick up some donuts, but I didn't know if they were open by the time I got here this morning because Mr. Donut Boy over here was already asking about it.
I just asked. I said I ain't seen any donuts lately. I was just gonna eat one.
Zack, you've never eaten just one donut.
I have come. Yes, I have. That's wrong.
Zach, John over here has probably gone to more Bama games than you'll ever go to in your lifetime. About how many games you been to, John?
Oh, I've lost count. It's several.
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 He lives a good life because his wife is a Methodist preacher.
That's right. She's retired, but no minister ever really retires. They always get called back.
We'll talk more with John in just a little. He'll play for the first time ever Judge Jamie. Reggie, you've been reading up on what to do?
I have.
Huh?
I have. I've been practicing. I'm well rehearsed. I'm ready.
All right, well, we'll see how you go. All right, let's get this party cranking this morning. Joseph's in here too. We'll talk about that truck in just a little bit. Here's the
Joseph, you
story with
lonely?
the weather because it might rain where you are today.
73 degrees out there, and yes, you will see rain today. I don't know why the Weather Channel says 80%. We're at 100%. It's raining now, and keep an eye out on the weather. Not so much today, but we're going to have rain throughout the day today. But tomorrow we also have rain, and we could have some severe thunderstorms, some hail, some wind, so possibly even, no, that's not a good thing. Keep an eye. They did
They say
mention
that all the
tornadoes,
time.
but you have to be careful. You do. So just keep an eye on the weather tomorrow for sure. Today, just plenty of rain. And then Saturday, things dry out. 86 for that high. Don't forget, Hometown Lenders, give me a call, 603-4848. Love to help you get you in that new house, remodel that house, refinance, whatever you need to do, we can help you with. And let me tell you, Garner Auctions.
Is that on for today?
It is on for today, rain or shine. Today at this
Tennessee
is actually
River?
beautiful. Tennessee River, they're going to be auctioning off a lot of property, and each lot, I do believe, is around 4 acres. So you can contact Ken
That's
Garner.
a big lot.
Garner
John
Auctions.
Where's that
retired
at?
right
for
down
more
there near Bay Hill, I
information.
think.
It is. It's Tennessee River, and the average size is 4 acres. So
South of Elkmont.
that
And
is
Kitty Carnival
beautiful.
opens-
Kitty Carnival, there it is, opens on the Tuesday, the 26th, from 6 to 8 p.m. is the special autism night. So you can bring your children out there, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Todd maybe
Todd
more
is
about
over
too.
that.
But
That's
the Kitty
right.
Carnival opens tonight or tomorrow?
They open the
They were here
28th.
yesterday. I don't remember what they say.
They open the 28th, Jamie.
That's Alzheimer's.
That's what, yeah, that's
What?
another event we'll probably be covering.
John, it's an honor to have you up here this morning. I'm guessing you're a Bama fan.
I'm a Bama fan.
Yeah, Bama fan.
I'm sorry.
We're going to talk more about you later, but you went to work. When did you take your
LSU
first
guy.
photograph? Ever?
Ever.
1902.
Yeah, 1902. No, probably about 1973, I guess.
Really?
Just always had an eye.
Yes.
For-
It's in his family. There's a history of
History of
taking photographs.
Yes, I have. My uncle was a Navy photographer in World War II.
Really?
So he processed the film for Rosenthal, the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the Navy photographers, and so he also developed the film. So,
See, people don't know
Awesome.
nowadays with the selfies and stuff. When I first went to work at 31 in 75, that was my first job, processing the film.
yes.
A lot of work.
There's a
to
lot
that.
more to it nowadays, Reggie.
I
There
see.
ain't nothing to it.
Right.
We'll talk more about that in just
Now
a little
iPhone's
bit
kind
too.
of.
Yeah.
Do you get irritated with iPhone photos?
Actually, the iPhone does a really good job, and
I'm happy with it.
that's my always
Okay.
pocket camera. So
Great.
The Samsung.
Good.
So
I would be really scared to be somewhere without a camera.
Without a camera.
Yeah, because that's when you'll see the.
All right, hang on a second.
Best things
Today is National Selfie Day.
It is.
So y'all hang on a second.
You're not going to take it with a camera like that.
What? Today?
Goofy. Everybody's been in here
Because
taking
first of all,
selfies.
y'all actually know this ain't gonna work because
It's not even
first
hooked
of all, I
up.
can't see anything. This,
We do actually have some selfies that I sent Brad.
well, we'll get those in just a second. But yeah, I just was this National Selfie Day. This is obsolete now.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a fraction of what I had to carry starting the country rover, your favorite thing ever on
That's
television.
right. I love the country rover.
We'll talk more about me in just a little bit.
He'll make sure.
But first,
Yeah, because he's obsolete too.
there it
so.
is. Oh,
Oh, good job,
Oh, yeah.
Brad.
I'm gonna talk about that in just a little. National Selfie Day.
Yes.
All right, while we're on that, show it again, Brad. I love talking about me.
That's a long time ago, wasn't it?
John, I think I took the first, today is National Selfie Day. We'll talk more about that in Judge Jamie in a moment. I think that's
talking about it
1977.
now.
You remember Dick Van Valkenburg?
Oh, of course I do.
I borrowed his 16 millimeter silent camera and flew, and so I had a photographer down on the ground. I flew in that thing, turned it on me doing 650 miles an hour.
You did the first selfie?
That's before I threw up all in that jet. That's a true story. And I believe I did the first selfie
You blue
ever.
believe?
I
You know,
do believe.
That'll be in the Guinness Book of World
Do
Records.
believe.
Well, you know, a story I heard about Dick was that he was always giving the Huntsville police, certain perks like hams and
Yeah.
turkeys and stuff like that. So
Keep
they're
from getting
always
those tickets mailed
always
to
good to
them.
call him whenever there was breaking news.
They let you know.
I
He
gave
lived
him
in his
things
car
too.
too, by the way.
I gave the
Did
police.
you ever go
things.
look in his car, how junky it was?
Yeah, I saw his car.
Yeah, it had cameras everywhere.
And it was.
Hey, look at me, I'm getting out. He found the actual story there. So there's a shot of that. So I don't know how you found it, Brad, but there's the clip.
Look how
Hey,
it is.
I'm sick.
Look, did you see
Sick.
that? Did you see the pilot wipe his hand off?
I didn't notice that.
Anyway, let's go to a guy who says he needs to throw up if he has to eat any more.
Oh, goodness.
KFC, baby.
Donuts. Here he is now. The sports man of all. Bama Zack.
Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County. Hey, you got to start off with some sad news, Jamie. John Ward, who was the voice of Tennessee football for so many years, passed away at 88 years old yesterday. He retired. I didn't know he retired back in 98, but he called many great Tennessee football games, so I know the Tennessee family is missing him today. Colin Sexton hopes to go in the first 10 picks in the draft, and he says he wants to go to a good team, but he will be the first Alabama player drafted, Jamie, since Athens, Richard Hendricks.
Gosh,
Actually made a team, and Richard went in the second round, so Coach Johnson's going to be up there tonight with him. And talking about Alabama athletics, football and women's golf pretty much keyed the year for Alabama in 2017-2018. The golf team was one shot away from winning national championship, but real quick, male athlete of the year, this is out of AL.com.
That's me.
Mika Fitzpatrick. Newcomer of the year was Tua Tagovailoa. Rookie of the year, Colin
Got that
Sexton.
name down pat,
I know,
ain't
he
you?
just
Best
like
moment,
saying.
oh yeah, I worked on that. Best moment, second and 26, which Bama fans will never forget that. And the best record-breaking performance was Osario's 21 strikeout for the women's softball team. So kind of slow on sports day, Jamie, but like I say, the NBA draft is tonight, and a lot of guys become millionaires.
I ain't watching that mess.
Yeah, who cares about that? We're going to come back later, Jamie. It is National Selfie Day, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Joe, you take a lot of selfies. I can't ever figure out how to aim, but do you do
You
selfies,
never know
John?
where to look at the camera.
Very rarely.
We'll have to get him to do one today.
Reggie likes
Just a
selfies.
little bit. Anyway, let me take a break. We'll come right back. Thank y'all for getting up with us. Don't forget, we got a 1950 GMC parked outside.
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
Donated.
No.
Yes.
Y'all hang on. Shoot, yep, up. How come I don't see nothing? There I am. I'm a little bit delayed this
I went a
morning.
little ahead. You-
Zach, I think you went first. Judge Jamie brought to you by Zeke. Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Got a problem somebody can't hear? All you got to do is get to Zeke. Multiple locations throughout North Alabama. All right, John, since this is the first time you played, Reggie, you remember how? Shut up,
do.
I know you know how. Amy over on set 2, Joseph, get off the phone. Electronic devices are not
Illegal.
being used during a playing of Judge Jamie, or you'll be disqualified immediately. Wrong answer. Right answer. You are playing today, John, to win a can of Vienna sausages. What town in North Alabama used to be named Vienna before the Yankees burned it? The hometown to a TV legend.
No hope.
I have no idea.
New Hope, Alabama, man. They got a whole plaque and everything out there. So, being one of their more famous citizens.
Are they still working on your monument?
Yeah, they got behind Brady.
No, they got the monument already, Joe. You ain't
Come on,
seen
man,
that?
you ain't been in New Hope lately, man.
That's the pride of New Hope.
How can you miss a photo like that?
If it
Come
wasn't for
on.
Howard Cross, that'd be the most famous resident ever from out there.
I still think Howard got you.
The Hartzell Tabernacle gets, you cover that a lot?
I have.
It starts, what year is this? I think it starts tonight, doesn't it?
Yes.
35th year.
It's 2018.
What consecutive year have they had this, Reggie?
35.
I would say 28.
I'm going
28.
to say 42.
What do you say, John?
It's 110.
I'll let you have it. 119th
Wow.
year. John, go
Wow.
the first one.
Good job.
That's fine.
Go the first. Who are they honoring this year out there?
Jamie Cooper.
What legendary preacher
Oh, gosh, I didn't.
from Hartzell who will be on the show hopefully next week?
Junior Hill.
Junior Hill, right answer. He's filling in for Dusty when he's gone. Junior Hill, he is a phenomenal inspiration too, living over in Hartzell. USA Today this morning is reporting that lava is still flowing down in from the volcano. How many Olympic-sized pools would that lava fill as of right now?
20.
10,000. 10,000. 150,000.
Right answer. John, you see that guy right there? He may not look like much, but he's also a part-time actor. But he is a chemist. You know what he does for a living?
I do not know.
He turns urine into water.
He must be on NASA science.
You'll never go thirsty with him.
That water I gave you this morning, it's not from Joseph.
Come on, Gloria. Our Gloria.
She said it's not. It's Joseph.
We bottle it
not
ourselves.
from Joseph.
We bottle it ourselves.
I wish he'd just spit it right out.
We bottle it ourselves. It's called,
got a lot
I wouldn't have done that to you.
it's called urine or mine.
with extra protein.
What?
Oh,
USA
poor
Today this
Joseph.
morning. What has Disney offered to pay for Fox Sports Fox Network?
$3 billion.
No, it's
How
going to
much,
be about
Reggie?
$3 billion.
$3 billion.
5.2 billion.
4.2 million.
100 billion.
100
Good
billion.
morning, Ricky.
They have upped it to $70.5 billion.
I
We got to
started
come
saying
in.
75
Shut up,
billion.
got close.
Yeah, well, that's about the 5th time there. All right, also in the bidding for that, Jamie Cooper Television decided we'd step out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We're thinking about throwing our hat into the ring to try to bid on that also.
Sure we are.
50 billion, 70
No,
billion.
about 40 cents, about all we do. All right, the new Jurassic Park comes out tonight, this afternoon,
Really?
today.
Great.
Oh, everybody's talking about it. I ain't seen any of them.
Oh, you're what?
No, haven't.
What?
I haven't seen any.
That's the most unpatriotic
Hey,
thing I've
it's
heard all
rated
day.
PG-13. He's not allowed to go.
Zack.
That's right. I guess I need, how many's there been, for real?
3
Two or
or
three?
6.
You're about as bad as Dustin said
Six.
he's never watched Rocky.
Well, but he
What?
does now.
Yeah.
We took him the DVD.
I need to go back and watch The
Let me
Incredibles.
get
too.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, let me get controlled again here. Bryce Dallas Howard is the woman in Jurassic Park. We all know that. What is she famous for that she'll have on again in this one?
A thong.
I hadn't seen
Heels?
him, so I can't.
Heels is the right answer
Yeah.
because in the last one she wore those stilettos the whole
That's
time,
right.
running through the jungle and all that stuff. So she's going to keep them on in this one.
You know who her daddy is? don't you?
Who?
That's Ron Howard's daughter.
Get
Really?
out! Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You sure?
She's
He
single?
is the
What's her
actor in
name,
the building.
Joseph?
Howard Dallas.
She looks like him.
Howard's
Bryce
daughter.
Dallas Howard.
No, she looks a whole lot better than it. That's Opie's daughter.
Opie.
Opie's daughter.
Nice.
Get
I
out.
can see it
I'm
now.
serious. I've not met her, but that's her.
Hey,
Well, I don't think I didn't ask you if you'd better. I mean, are you sure now?
100% positive.
100%.
Ken,
Opie's little girl.
Ken Garner just sent
How
a
about
message
that?
that he is postponing the auction.
No kidding.
Yes, and
Ken
he will
Garner,
be
I just
next
asked.
Thursday.
When they gonna have it?
It will be Thursday next week.
Everything is half
Next
price
Thursday.
next week because of the postponement.
No,
Ken
no, don't give
Ken
him a
Garner
heart
auction.
attack.
All right,
Give him time to
today,
check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Tabasco
Every
is
day.
celebrating a 150th anniversary.
Louisiana.
I need something on that. Right, I'd eat it right now. if I had
Louisiana.
some-
Zach,
Get a teaspoon.
hey Todd, go over there and let Zach hit the here. Todd.
No,
Shots.
don't let him drink out of the
No,
bottle.
I would
let him do some drops in his mouth. Come on. Zach loves hot stuff. That's
I
about
put it on my eggs and sausage at work in the mornings. I don't want to drink.
No, I want you to put a few shots in your mouth right now. I'll open it up. Yeah, don't put your mouth on it. Yeah, there you go.
Never mind, put your mouth.
Turn it down, Zach.
That's
Shoot
your-
it.
shot.
Do a
That's your
shot.
bottle now.
Zach.
Y'all are goofy.
Idiot.
He's still drinking.
Put some in your coffee.
We need the rest of that to cook
Yes.
Went up his nose.
I'm good, Brian. My
Can you,
mama's going to
John, have you
think I'm gonna eat. I got.
You don't need no water. Why are you giving me water?
can you tell you're like little boys still?
I wish I had some
John,
chips.
thanks for being up here today.
I put that on a donut.
I'm glad I got up early for this.
Oh, yeah, me too.
How many
Goodness
bottles
gracious.
of that 2-ounce bottle do they make a day in Louisiana?
They made,
Oh,
oh
that's a good
gosh,
question.
it's a bunch. I saw it.
No kidding. That's what I'm asking you for. He acts like he knows everything.
250,000?
250,000.
No, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be
More than that.
700.
720,000 a day.
Yep.
How many drops, Zach, are in that bottle you just down?
Oh no, I had about 4 or 5, I think.
About
Right, I'm burning up, bro.
600.
It's hot
720
here.
drops are in each one of them.
720,000 a day.
They make 200 million a year.
Yep.
Why is it called Tabasco?
Man,
I don't know.
Tobacco leaves? I don't know.
The Aztec term means humid land. That island they're on, Avery Island, is salt. It's salt underground there. Did y'all know that?
Did
Try it
know
on,
that.
it says try it on the eggs,
Program
pizza, and
this is.
salads.
Huh?
It says try it on the eggs, pizza, and salads. I tried it on the eggs at work.
It's good on an omelet.
Good for you, Zach.
Why don't you try it?
You dropped something on the
Because
ground.
I ain't that stupid.
Hey, you dropped your.
Huh?
Dropped an article,
Well,
if you need
probably
it.
don't need it anyway. All right, let me move on to
So we're
something.
1, 1, and 1.
What?
No, go ahead.
Let me go back here and get a couple other things going on right now. Let's see where I am. Okay, Dr. Pimple Popper. How many viewers does she have now on her
She don't have none of mine.
YouTube channel? You know who she is, John?
32,000.
She
There
does a
she is
show.
right there.
There's Reggie.
There's a picture.
Reggie, what are you doing?
I wouldn't be smiling, I promise you that.
No, you wouldn't, bro.
You're like she's popping his nipple.
Her first show was called This It.
Oh my God.
It's really
She's getting a
disgusting.
show on TLC starting next month. She has almost 4 million subscribers to her YouTube channel.
That is gross.
People will watch anything, won't they?
That's
Apparently.
stupid.
God bless.
I wish
I
they'd
don't
put-
watch it, Reggie.
I couldn't.
I wish they'd put death row people on there.
what on
Executions on TV. I'd pay to watch that.
Hardened criminals.
Oh,
Yep,
This
I'd pay
guy.
to watch that.
Arby's just created the world's largest
mountain sandwich. They were talking about that on the radio.
Hey, he didn't ask a question yet.
Well, Zack is give him a little hot stuff, man. He goes wild, don't he?
Mountain man sandwich or something. It's got every thing they put.
That's got
like,
nothing.
And Tabasco.
That's got nothing to do with this story. They just created the world's largest ad. Where the ad
I
is
thought
too-
it was the same.
Well, that's right. If you shut up, and said, "Let me ask the question."
I
first,
apologize,
you know.
Judge.
And we have a studio audience this morning too. Don't show them, Brad. They'll have to kill us. They have built in a field a 212,000 square foot ad. It's the largest ad ever made. Where is it placed?
Broadway.
Butte, Montana.
What?
Broadway.
Wrong answer, John. Just because you retired.
North Dakota.
Times Square.
Alaska.
The smallest city in America,
Oh,
which is
Athens.
Monowal, Nebraska, has
Nebraska, that's
one
about right.
resident.
Yeah,
One
they talk.
resident.
Really?
She's the bartender, bookkeeper, librarian, and mayor.
yep.
Get out.
They're sending the
get paid.
folks that's on the round table on the up in the mornings from Birmingham. They're sending one guy, he lost a bet. He's got to go to that town and stay for a couple of days. A town of
Good,
one.
he'll get to know her pretty good.
Yep.
They also, last week, did the world's smallest ad. It was etched in a what?
Next.
On a
Grass?
chip.
Oh,
Like a
Tic
chip.
Tac.
A microchip.
Sesame seed.
I said,
Wow.
oh my, oh yeah.
Well, how big was it?
Tiny,
that big?
tiny, tiny.
40 microns. I don't know
They
how big a
etched
micron
something
is.
There it is.
but
That's
I'm
little.
guessing That ain't too big. All right, let's go to selfies. Today
Good
is
eyes.
National Selfie Day.
I hope I don't pass out going.
Somebody's got to do mouth to mouth.
Okay, Reggie.
Nobody.
Todd, you is
No hablo inglés.
No, I blame no
You not my friend either. Well, dang.
Zack,
You gotta go.
we've taken the survey. You gonna die.
Now you know who your
Sorry,
friends are.
Mom.
Covered. We got you covered, Zack.
How many selfies will the average person take in a lifetime?
Oh gosh.
Is there a such thing as an
50,000.
average person?
An average person about 50,000.
100,000.
Gloria's gonna take a million.
26,000.
Hey, I'll be at Bertie Thornton Center tomorrow. I'll take a bite.
Hey, there's one right there.
Gloria does that in like one
How
time.
many selfies were uploaded to Google last year?
Who?
Oh gosh.
I hate to even
I'm
speculate.
gonna say
You're the expert.
200 million.
200 million. Right?
200
Yep.
million.
That's close, man. 200 million.
I say
Yeah.
4 billion.
Wow.
That's a
What?
good selfie,
4
Jamie.
billion.
Where's Carlucci, man?
10 billion.
24 billion were uploaded to Google last
That
year.
sounds about right.
And how many of those are Gloria's?
More people died from taking selfies last year than shark attacks.
I can see that.
I believe it.
How many selfies are posted to Instagram every 10 seconds?
Oh, goodness.
A million.
7,000.
Only 1,000.
I said
Only
7, so I was
1,000.
close. I
How
was
many
close.
selfies each day
Do people take?
are posted?
Oh.
24,000.
2 billion.
It's 2,000 to
5 million.
so it's gonna be
All right,
60,000.
John, pay
900.
attention. 93 million every day.
Wow, that doesn't make
Here's
sense if it's only
here's the
2,000 a day.
question. Winning question. Winner take all for the Vinyl Sausage this morning. Only one man will know the answer to this question.
Oh, no pressure, John.
No pressure. Thank you.
With 93 million selfies taken each day, how many rolls of film is that?
93 million selfies.
How many rolls of film does that equate to?
A lot.
That's the right answer, a lot.
90 million.
2,583,333.
Yeah,
That was hot, Brad.
rows of.
You were close, though.
They've been gone forever.
You were close. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to,
Used to be 30-something.
is that job open, that chief photographer over there? They already hired somebody.
No, it's not going to be filled.
Oh, it's not going to be failed.
He makes too much
He
money.
was so good, they
So
had.
tomorrow's your last, you working tomorrow?
I am working tomorrow.
We'll interview John in just a
Wow.
moment when we come back. Exclusive interview with one of the best photographers ever in the history of Alabama taking pictures. And then Amy's getting hot and cooking in the kitchen. Y'all hang on.
Okay.
And welcome back. Let's quickly go over that forecast. Rain is in it, and rain is here to stay. 73 degrees out there this morning. The temperatures are going to stick around those low 80s. Tomorrow, well, actually, around 80 degrees. Tomorrow is the more serious day to keep your eye on the weather. We could have some severe storms, a little bit of hail, possibly even tornado, they're saying, with winds. So just be very careful and keep an eye out when you're out and about. Of course, 603-4848 gets me. Hometown lenders, if you're looking to refinance, new construction loans, you give us a call. We can help you with all of those. Got it?
John, let me get personal with you here at one point. I mean, you've been in here now since, almost an hour. How photogenic do you really think I am?
Well, I think you're
There's a filter
somebody
for
I would like
everything.
to photograph. You show a lot of character in your face.
So when you have wrinkles, it's character.
Brad, I know that shot's on there, but we'll worry about that one later. John got to be our special guest this morning, retiring tomorrow from the Decatur Daily
Yes.
as chief photographer. Now, you've been there how long?
Since May of '76.
May of '76.
Yes.
I was at 31 about that time, I guess. So we both go back basically from about the same part of the country, too.
Yes.
Butler, Huntsville, and then New Hope over there. There's an article in the Decatur Daily on you. So what are you going to do?
Well, my wife and I bought a travel trailer 2 years ago, but we've never really used it. So we'll plan on traveling and spending time with our 3 granddaughters. They're 5, 4, and 2 years old.
All right.
So, and they're excited about that. And then I'm turning over my daily equipment to back in tomorrow, and I've already ordered a new camera.
I was going to ask.
And the funny thing about it is it looks like a camera from the 80s, but it's got the guts of a brand new camera.
Now, do you take a lot of pictures with your cell phone?
Yes, every day.
The world has changed so much with photography, hasn't it?
It has. It's amazing what the iPhone will do, the quality and all, and it's always with me, so it's my favorite camera.
All right,
Thousands and thousands of photos that I know you must have. Where do you store them?
That's a good question. I've been cleaning out 42 years worth, and I took a truckload home yesterday.
Okay.
So, but store them digitally.
Let's go back a few years. You took a picture during the Tommy Lee Hines thing.
Yes.
That went worldwide.
Yes,
And you'd only been to Decatur Daily, 3 years by then?
that's about right.
This black and white photograph we're going to show y'all right now. You took Tommy Lee Hines. I talk about it all. I tell Glory the story. Tommy Lee Hines was a mentally retarded black guy, 18, 19 years old?
Something like that.
And he was accused of raping 3 white women. And this was when the Klan was at its height. Tell me about this photograph, because this photograph went worldwide.
Yes. Well, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and the Ku Klux Klan had been demonstrating in Decatur for some time. And on Saturdays, whoever was on duty working a Saturday, there was always a march. And so this fell on my particular Saturday. And so we knew that, the SCLC was going to march from Northwest Decatur, and the Klan said they were not going to let them march all the way to the courthouse, so or City Hall, so to speak. And so they were going to stop them at Lee Street, Bank and Lee. And so the Klan set up they actually had an effigy of Tommy Lee Hines hanging from a scaffolding, with a noose and all that. And they were out in force, and so...
Save that picture, Brad. We'll come back to that one in just a minute. Go back to that black and white that he's talking about right now. Go ahead.
So Morgan County deputies and Decatur City, and this is when Decatur City wore brown uniforms, and I'm not sure if these are the city or the county. It's hard for me to tell. All but one of the Decatur City officers wore helmets. One of them wore a soft hat, and I had a picture of him getting hit over the head by a Klansman.
Cool.
But the Klansman, unfortunately, wore his personalized belt that said Ricky on the back. and the FBI got that picture, and that guy went to prison for that. Because you can see the club hitting the policeman over the head.
Right.
So
but anyway,
Ricky went to jail.
Ricky went to jail. And so anyway, when the SCLC and the blacks came down Bank Street, and they had dogs, and so when they met, right when they met, someone behind me on a building threw a muffler, I believe, from the roof. And when it hit the ground, it sounded like a gunshot. And that's when people started firing their guns. And
Oh, no.
right in front of me, a Klansman fell, and he'd been shot. And I took his picture laying there, and people were attending to him. And then I look up, and everybody scattered. The dogs ran first. So, and everybody scattered. And then here's this one guy that was on the screen you saw a second ago. And he was standing there in the middle of the street holding a rifle. Everybody else had run away. And he's standing there. He's the only guy. And so all the police are saying, put down your gun, and he didn't at first. And so I thought, this guy's going to be shot.
Now, did you have many pictures go worldwide?
Wow.
Or was that the only one that ever went?
Several did. I guess that's the only one I saw that went worldwide, but I went back to the office and processed them, and so we didn't have a way to transmit the pictures, and so we took them. We had we printed them out and sent them by taxi to the Huntsville Times, and they transmitted them to AP, and AP that same day, Chicago had one of their L trains derail and kill some people. And they were in the middle of transmitting those pictures, and they stopped that transmission so they could transmit these pictures.
Make us. I always tell Gloria the story to everybody to listen over at Hansville every time I go that way. Hansville, I think, was where they had the Klan meeting during this time.
Yes.
40-foot cross. That picture, Brad, that you're talking about, that one. That's what I remember with about 10,000 Klans people. The Klan was at its height. This is what, 79?
Yes.
And I walk up there. They're all in
Now
Silk
you're doing a
Road.
story for 31.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing a story. I'm shooting film,
Shooting film.
for 30. I'm not, I'm just covering a news event. Probably the only one they could talk into it. But I'm up there, and they're protecting the Grand Cyclops. I think it was Bill Wilkerson from
I
Louisiana.
think so.
Anyway, it was just a great experience. But you don't see stuff like. But the Klan was at its height then.
Was it not a scary situation?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you were gunshots and everything. For
Moving
sure.
on to your photographs.
Wow.
I love when the Decatur Daily prints behind the lens.
Yes.
That you've done a lot of. And I saw this picture the other day, and I think this was about the same period. This was Miss Cotton. She raised more cotton.
Yeah.
And I think the picture was
Great
1979.
Aunt Betty Pride.
Aunt Betty Pride. There's the photograph right
Yes.
there. The woman was 90 years old then.
Yes.
And she had raised more cotton per acreage than anybody in the state of Alabama.
That's right. That's right. And gosh, she lived to be 107, I think.
Goodness.
And I think she rented out her land, but then she got it. I don't know, got it back somehow, and because she missed it.
Gloria pulled several of your photographs last night. We'll talk about some of them.
Thank you.
Now, how do you remember what a good photograph is to you, and what is a good picture?
If I like it, it's a good picture.
You just spot something, or
I do.
it just clicks for you?
That's a great picture there of the ice freezing over
Thank
at the
you.
Gator.
Thank you. What makes a good picture, I guess, is just if it tells a good story. Tells a story. You don't really
Without
need much
saying
of
a
an
word.
explanation. Oh yeah, that's pretty recent.
Now, would you just drive around and find something, or would somebody call and tell you about a photograph?
Both. When I first started, the Daily used a lot of standalone features, and so every day my former boss, Billy Smith, who's the best boss I ever had, would require me and Gary Lloyd to each come up with a weather and a feature. And so it had to be weather related, and then just like a kid picture, or I always liked to photograph the children, and Gary liked to photograph the ducks, and Tony Estes liked to photograph whatever.
I'm a newspaper holic. I love a newspaper. Right now, there ain't many of them left. So
Thank you.
Well, I love it. Decatur Daily's in my mailbox about 2:15 every morning. Well, not Saturdays and Mondays anymore. I get it, but AL.com, when you get it, you already read everything online. But I love a newspaper, and Decatur Daily, I get the Advertiser Gleam.
Yes, Gunnersville.
Yeah, they buy it too. That's one of my favorite papers. I like to read it because of the obits, to see that I knew who died, passed away.
You never know what you're going to hear in
But
it.
in all your years taking pictures, I mean, did you just always have that camera and you're ready to go, or you've got a sign now? But then let's talk about our favorite subject, Bear Bryant, Alabama football.
Yes.
Did you cover that for a long time?
Yes, I did, and he was the most accessible coach you would ever meet. He would,
Saban ain't that way.
No, but before the game would start, he'd lean up against the goalpost, and the band, the cheerleaders, the baton twirlers, and
Right.
anybody on the sideline would walk up to him and he'd pose for a picture with him. So nobody, I can't imagine Saban ever doing that.
No.
No.
No. You can't even get on the field now.
So I know.
It's almost impossible. All right. So what if you had to look back on, how would you say, that's a long career to have at one place over there.
Yes.
How would you describe John Godbey's career at Decatur Daily?
It's a passion. I have a passion for the photography, and I've been fortunate to be paid for that, and to be invited into people's homes, and they trust me not to take advantage of them. And to
What are we
share
going to do
their
without you?
lives.
Where can we see what next photos you're going to be taking?
Well, I'll do some freelance work, and who knows what.
We'll have to hook you up on Facebook or Instagram or something just to be able to
before
Well,
share.
I am on Facebook,
Okay.
and maybe I'll get back on Instagram. I got off of it for a while.
Well, we just want to say congratulations on retirement. And
Thank you.
before now, you want to talk about Country Rover for a moment.
Yes, and I do want to talk about Country Rover because you connected with real people, The other day, I was walking down the street to the soup kitchen at
Yeah?
the Church for Committee or Cooperation, and a line of people standing out there in the heat waiting for the doors to open, and they said, "What are you doing here? We thought you were retired." And then the next comment was, "They'll never be able to fill your shoes," and all that. And I thought, I'd much rather prefer hearing comments from the people standing outside the soup kitchen than I would at the country club. And that's the same way you're going out to Country Rover, you're going out and meeting the people.
Real
I'm
people.
trying to update some of them now. One last question, John, and congratulations on retirement tomorrow with Decatur Daily.
Thank
Can you
you.
take a picture of me?
I will.
Really?
Which camera? My iPhone?
That
or
big one.
This big one?
It looks
Right
more
now.
impressive.
Well,
You want Gloria to be in the picture with
No,
you?
no.
I just want me.
Well, can she
Let's
be?
not stare-
Can she
let's
be
not
in the
take
side?
Let's not
I can
take
get
his
her on-
moment.
Get over here.
Yes, y'all
Can you
both.
get us
over
both
here.
together?
I can get
Take
you
your mic
both.
off.
I really.
Yeah. I want a picture taken by a legendary photographer.
Okay. Let's see, that's about, yes, I'm afraid so. No, it looks fine.
You got it?
Do you want to see it? I'll have to balance the color.
You know how vain he is.
John,
Here you go.
as always, it's always been a pleasure working with you in events and everything.
you.
Congratulations on retirement.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
going to
you.
put you to work the next 15 minutes. We'll take a break. John Godbey retiring from the Decatur Daily as chief photographer tomorrow.
Gloria.
We'll come back with Amy
This has
Cook, and
been
Joseph's
fun.
going to give away a vehicle in just a moment. 1950 GMC. Y'all hang on.
And we are back, and John is taking photos, talking to people. It was so good to have him in the studio this morning, and what a long career. We're all going to miss him at the Decatur Daily. Amy with me, and Reggie, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
Good. Come on over here. It smells great in the kitchen, Amy.
Thank you so much. I hope it tastes great.
I bet it does. What'd you make?
Sweet and sour chicken and white rice.
Now, you said cooking for, this will feed 4 to 6 people.
Oh, easily. Easily, yeah. 4 to 6 people. And it's a complete meal. I mean, you don't have to have anything else with it. Cheap and easy.
There you go. Cheap and easy.
People that I know.
Good. I wasn't going to say a word. Gee, Reggie, we're in the kitchen now. If we eat chicken and rice, what do you eat?
I'll tell you what, chicken and rice, that's a fantastic option, and obviously she cooked it to where it's tasty. I recommend that maybe instead of white rice, mix it up with a little brown rice, a little whole grain brown rice, so that's going to cut down on your carbs. But right now, that's a fantastic way to start and end the day. Two thumbs up.
Anytime you have chicken, it's good. It's not going to be bad for you at all. All right, what are you doing these days?
Right now, just staying busy. I've noticed there's a lot of people out there that are sad. So it seems like I have my work cut out for me. But then when I meet people like well, that's one of the reasons. But then I meet people like my fantastic friend that's going to retire tomorrow, and it gives me hope because he's about to enter a new chapter of his life, just like you are. You know, so I guess it just depends on how you look at life, how you approach it. We have a lot to be thankful for, and that's why I choose to focus on and help you guys, focus on.
Still doing your Motivation Mondays?
I am. WZYP with Mojo. It's a good opportunity to reach people and hopefully provide a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of support for people in a day where you don't have as much as we would like to have.
Where can people follow you?
Oh, on Instagram and Facebook at Reggie Jackson Speaks or Snapchat Sarge 5296.
All right, you're everywhere, everywhere. All right, and still working out with people too. You can see them at your place, Indicator.
That's correct. Fit Personal Health and Training at the Entrepreneurial Center. I train with my good buddy Jamie and you. So now that we have the election over with, I know you will. I know you live. So it's going to be a great opportunity. I'm just glad to be there.
All right, thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Amy. It does smell good. Everyone's going to eat here in just a little bit. And, well, I've got flying here. Tomorrow, Bertie Thornton Center, we will be there. They are having their 100th birthday celebration. There it is right there. If you'd like to volunteer and join us, we are going to be putting some bags together. We have about 500 lunches we're going to start putting together for this event at 9 a.m. Be there at 9 a.m. or contact me and let me know you want to help, and I'll give you more details. But it's going to be fun, 10 to 1 p.m. And join us. It's going to be inside. I know it's going to be raining, but come on over. Just enjoy some cake. They're going to have activities inside, plenty to do, and of course a lunch as well. And let's talk about Kitty Carnival on the actually the autism event is going to be on the 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. Todd Tomerlin is over that. You can contact him for additional information if you want to ask any questions about bringing your family. So it's definitely open. It is a free event, so come out for that. And then the Kitty Carnival will open on the 28th, so they'll be ready to start on the 28th, Thursday. The Kitty Carnival will be completely open, and everybody can come and join and have a great time. You know, everybody waits for that to open year-round, and it's always packed. Don was up here yesterday, and he said that actually $20 will feed your family, and that'll give you plenty of time to ride all the games and rides, rather, not games, but they have a great concession stand. Amy, where can people find you and get a haircut?
Salon Eclipse, Highway 31 South in Athens.
All right, your hours are?
Whenever you need.
That's what I wanted to just get out, because even when she's closed, sometimes you even go to the salon.
7 days a week. If someone calls and, you know, like their work hours are the same as the salon hours, I'll meet them up there and do what they need.
You do a great job, too, and Jennifer's hair is looking awesome. Love the cut.
Thank you. Jamie needs to come in today.
All right, I'll bring them by. All right, see how good she is. All right, well, we're getting ready to go outside, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful vehicle, too. So here we go. There you go, JC.
The truck, 1950 GMC. It's got a 350 cubic inch motor, 400 turbo transmission. He says the radio works sometimes, but you know, it's a gorgeous truck. I mean, I don't know if he did most of the restoration on this. I think he did, but it is just a cherry red. I mean, they just don't make trucks like this anymore. And for those viewers who may be wondering what kind of hubcaps those are called Baby Moons. Good looking hubcaps. They're just easy to shine, easy to clean up. What did he say? He said this thing gets approximately 6 miles to the gallon. So, Reggie, I think I could see me and you cruising downtown Decatur in this. And I would say picking up the ladies, but since I'm married, we don't need to say that. I'll drive and you pick up the ladies.
We are in this truck. We're going to Vegas, baby, because I'm feeling lucky.
Well, that's true. Just a cherry red, a 1950 GMC pickup. He said the top speed on this truck was about 68 miles an hour. I think we could go faster than that.
Well, I tell you what, going downhill, we'll sure find out. Yeah. Between you and me, we can make it happen. You're my Mustang man.
That's right. And it sounded good when he rolled in, too. Just look at that grill, Jamie. I mean, again, they don't make styling like this on a truck anymore. I wish they did. I wish they would make a truck like this. Dual antennas whipping in the wind. It's got these little, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this a 5-window truck?
It's the little things that make this car stand out, this truck stand out, and they don't pay attention to detail nowadays. It seems like you said it, 5 windows. What?
Yeah. I mean, these little side windows are really a unique feature. The little back window, and I noticed he's even put a sunroof in it, Jamie. No. That is, yeah, look at that. Yeah. Isn't that nice? And now, Reggie, you're probably not old enough to remember this, but look how the dash. You won't see any cheap plastic on the dash in that truck. Look at that.
God bless America.
I mean, USA, American muscle truck, it is. He's done a fantastic job. Those look like original gauges. He's added some additional gauges. Almost looks like he may have vintage air added to this truck. I don't know about that for sure.
I tell you what, man, it don't get much better than this right here, does it?
I mean, the step rails, he's got the, you know, this is called a step-side pickup truck, and it's got the wood rails, it's got the wood bed, the little diamond-plated toolbox. I don't see anything wrong with this truck. What caller are we up to, Jamie? The third caller? Okay. So, anyway, we haven't had many calls, so we're looking for about 50 calls this morning, but
somebody's going to be very lucky and glad that they called in. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get a once-in-a-lifetime vehicle.
I love it. It is beautiful. I'd drive it. All right, let's go to some of these shows. I know that there's a lot this weekend. Let's hope it's not going to rain. Here's the first one, Gearheads Car, Truck, and Bike Show. I just found out about this one. It's at Handel's Ice Cream in Huntsville. That's right there on Highway 72 in Madison, in front of the Kroger. That one's from 11 to 3. And then the 15th annual, this is a big show, guys, down around Gadsden, down where the Goodyear tire plant's at. It's at the Goodyear plant. That's the 15th annual. That's Saturday from 8 to 2. There's all the information about that one. A lot of good cars and trucks come to that show. And then this one is over at Helen Keller's, part of the Shoals Car and Truck Show at the Helen Keller Festival, downtown on Main Street there in Tuscumbia. So that one's from 11 to noon, the registration, and the show ends at 2. And then there is one more. This one is a nighttime. This is over in Priceville at Veterans Memorial Park. It's from 3 to 10. The Jeff Smith Memorial Car Show. I hear a lot of people talking about this one. I've never been over to it, Jamie, but hopefully that one's a good one. So if it doesn't rain and the weather holds, get out this weekend and hit one of the car shows or the cruise-ins. And man, I just can't keep my eyes off that red truck, Jamie. Well, listen, you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Y'all be safe.